What's going on? It's Trending Story. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more well informed, make sure to subscribe and activate the notifications bell so you don't miss anything.
An incredible story from the life of one timid and fragile girl who was very fond of wolves. Anna was a very beautiful and intelligent young woman, and all the villagers loved her, which made the village youth all want to marry her, but she refused to marry for unknown reasons. Rumors spread that the young woman is in love with wolves and wants to marry one of them. The young woman used to go out into the woods every day and meet the wolves there. It was confusing to all the residents of the village. Everyone was afraid of wolves and avoiding them, while the young woman used to go to them by herself and spend her day there and return to her home happy. And the strangest thing of all is that Anna had never been attacked by a wolf. Rather, she did not believe the stories that tell about the attack of wolves on humans, as she loved these animals very much and considered them friends. One day, a handsome young man came to the village to visit his aunt. The young man was good and muscular, and he wanted to get to know a young woman from the village in order to marry her, because he entered into unsuccessful relationships in the city in which he lives, and he decided to find a wife from the village because he believed that the women of the village are more loyal, and they are good and they love sincerely. The young man kept looking for the young woman he would marry in the village, but they did not give him attention, which made the young man lose hope, and he was about to return to the city, but his aunt told him that Anna's strange story, and she said that she loves a wolf. The young man was surprised by what was said about Anna and tried to approach her to know what she really liked with wolves. He also loved animals very much and loved nature because he used to visit his grandfather in the village when he was young, and when he died, he stopped going to the village for several years until he returned in that year to visit his aunt. One day, while the young man was wandering in the woods with a hunting rifle in his hand, he found Anna there. Then he kept following her steps and wanted to talk to her. The young man pretended that his ankle had sprained and was in need of help as he fell to the ground and started screaming. Then she ran to him, Anna, and started asking him about his condition and helped him stand. Then she took him with her to the house in which she lives. When the mother saw her daughter entering the company of a strange guest, she was amazed, but soon she realized that he was injured and needed help, as she brought a chair and placed it in the yard of the house so that the young man could sit on it, and she and her daughter remained reassured about his condition. The young woman tied the young man's feet, while the mother brought them tea and kept talking to him, as she knew that his name was Elag, and he was coming from the city to visit his aunt and spend his vacation in nature. The two young people liked each other and kept talking until late at night, when the young woman went to her room to sleep and let the guests sleep in the hall. Anna kept thinking about the guy all night, and the next morning she woke up early and made breakfast, and then kept waiting for Igor to wake up. When they had breakfast, the young woman offered to take her guest for a ride to the lake in the middle of the forest. She told him that she loved that lake very much, because her father, who died years ago, used to take her there with him to teach her to fish, and he taught her to swim there. The young man agreed to go with Anna to the woods, and on the way the young woman began to tell him about the wolves, and tell him that they were kind, gentle, and harmless. Igor realized that everything he had heard about the young woman, about her great attachment to wolves, was true, but he wanted to confirm the rumor that she was married to wolves. After the two spent a beautiful day, they separated in the evening, and each of them went to his house, and they agreed to meet on another occasion. The young man returned to his aunt's house and told her that she had met the young woman, and he said that he liked her a lot because they share the same ideas. She's smart, funny, very beautiful. Igor and Anna kept meeting each other, and the young man told her that he was not injured on that day, but wanted to approach her in order to get to know her, and one day he declared her love for her while they were sitting on the shore of the lake, and he expressed to her his desire to marry her. Anna felt very happy and did not respond to the young man's words because she was very shy, and had never thought that one day she would enter into an emotional relationship with a young man, but she considered him her future husband, treated him with kindness and tenderness, and always wanted to meet him. One day, the young woman was waiting for Igor, as usual, to come to meet him, but he did not come, and when she went to ask about him, they told her that he had left for the city with his aunt, after she sold her home to men who came from a neighboring village. The young woman was very disappointed, but decided not to stop looking for the man she loved. But she lost hope when news reached her from a neighbor, Igor's aunt, that he had found a rich young woman there and propose to her, and that he plans to marry her in the near future. The young woman felt very sad, and she stayed for several days crying in the house and did not go out, although her mother tried to calm her and asked her to forget about him and continue her life, and nothing happened. The young woman tried to take her mother's advice and began to return to her normal life, but one day she went to the village clinic after she felt dizzy in her head, and there the doctor told her that she was 5 months pregnant, which shocked her and her mother. Anna thought about aborting the young and getting rid of him because he will live without his father, and her mother prevented her from that and promised her that she will help her raise him and he will become a support for her in the future. The mother played a big role in helping Anna, who was psychologically devastated, as she stood by her and supported her, and she always urged her to stop giving up and pursuing her dreams. When it was time for Anna to give birth, her mother accompanied her to the clinic to give birth there, but the young woman's misfortune was that the little boy died 3 hours after his birth, where she returned home with her mother while she was depressed. The young woman was subjected to a lot of mockery from the villagers, especially the men who proposed to her and refused them. This made her complain about them, and one day she left the house to an unknown destination and did not appear again. The villagers went to search for the young woman in the village, but a group of wolves attacked them and forced them to return to their homes. Residents said it was the same wolves that the young woman used to take care of and play with in the woods before she met this guy. They received her in a time of trouble and allowed her to live with them and refused to be approached by the people who made fun of her. It is said that the village residents saw Anna wandering in a nearby forest with a group of wolves, and she was running with them and enjoying her time, but she did not appear after that and completely disappeared from view.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.